this is your Manuel Luis Quezon Athletic ICBL Tournament. Welcome to the 3D University of Asia, here in E. Rodriguez, Quezon City. This is your second game between the CEU Malolos Scorpions versus the MCU Supremos. Let's now meet the starting five football teams. For the Centro Escolar University Malolos Scorpions, starting at guard, number 57, Adrian Torres. Another guard, number 18, Kurt Encarnacion. At center, number 17, Justine Nobledo. At forward, number 9, RJ Talanas. And another forward, number 3, Simon Espino, with head coach Max Encilia. And now, here is your Manila Central University Supremos. Starting at guard, number 11, MJ Hodson. Another guard, number 1, J.R. Guevara. At forward, number 24, Ralph Tadeo. Another forward, number 5, John General. And the man in the middle, number 6, J.M. Catuban. With head coach Ian Rosella, assisted by Ian Maso, Ron Cruz, and R.J. Guevara.
And we're about to start our second game live here at the Trinity University of Asia. It's between MCU Supremos, who leads the league at 3-0, against CEU Malolos Scorpions, who are in search for their first dub. MCU winning against VMC by a slim margin last game, 73-68, and CEU on their part fighting against Diliman but losing in the end 83-61. Last week, Coach Crising de la Cruz po nagdadala ng aksyon kasama si Sheska Botin at the sidelines. 7 seconds for CEU to create. Adrian Flores missing again, getting his rebound, and the body's on the floor. That's Simon Espino, if I'm not mistaken. Early substitution here for CEU as AJ Cruz set to check in as they retain possession. 11 seconds on their shot clock, still scoreless. Barely a minute gone by. Corner 3, too strong. CEU. And what a drive by Kit Encarnacion to open things up for CEU. Scoring the first 2 points of this ballgame, 2-0. 9:10 remaining. Ralph Tadeo gets that hand off but couldn't get it to go. MCU on defense. 9 on the shot clock. Pass telegraphed by MCU, and John Guevara couldn't handle the pass by MJ Hodson. Fancy passing there. Coach Ian Rosella calling out plays. MCU back on defense. 15 to shoot for CEU. John Guevara on defense. 6 seconds. And the CEU turns the ball over. Hodson couldn't handle the rock. Guevara, 3-point shot. Wide. And ball goes to the wrong hand. And again, Espino, or rather Kit Encarnacion with that attempt. Traveling violation will be called against Ralph Tadeo of MCU. Still scoreless to open things up here in our second game. 7:48 remaining in the first. 12 seconds to operate for CEU. Paranas goes left. Encarnacion. Miscommunication against or among the players of CEU. Not aware of the shot clock expiring. Balik ngayon ang bola sa MCU. Pagkakataon maitabla o makalamang sa CEU. Hoson gives it to Sean General against Hoson. Low pass. His defender. Cross-court pass. Guevara. Again, a kick out. 4 seconds. Pass telegraph. Again, turnover for MCU. And AJ Cruz will make it 4-0 for CEU. Good start. But sidestep move. Medyo na-block doon sa ilalim ng board. Masyadong malalim for John Guevara. Again, tumatakbo itong CEU. Adrian Flores missing that layup. CEU running. Guevara. Sandali lang. 6:39 remaining here in the first. 4-0 is our count. And reverse layup by MJ Hoson. As MCU will score. They still trail 4-2. Jamer Mateo misses that short jumper. Good seal underneath for JM Katubag. He will be fouled taking a turnaround jumper. Taking advantage of his height inside. 6:10 remaining. First quarter. Substitution for CEU. Kurt Nokiao checking in and Jacob Balngin now in the ball game for CEU. 17 to operate for MCU. MJ Hoson gives the pass underneath and reverse layup for Sean General will go in to tie things up a 4-apiece. 5:54 remaining. First quarter. Three-point shot won't go for AJ Cruz. He has 4 points now. Again, Cruz. Malalim yung dukot. Can get it to go. Tadeo. He was fouled upstairs and he will trip the line for 2 free throws. Binabati natin 5A's digital timer located at Project 3 Quezon City, Mr. Raymond Medina and Grazel Medina. And happy birthday kay Coach Ian Degollado ng UST Senior High School Women's Basketball Team. Ralph Tadeo sinking his second free throw to put MCU on top. 5-4. Substitutions for both teams. CEU Malolos will call the first timeout of this ball game. They're trailing 5-4. We're back in action inside the Trinity University of Asia Gymnasium here along E. Rodriguez, Quezon City. Binabati po natin lahat ng nanonood sa atin ngayon sa Manuel L. Quezon Athletics Association Intercollegiate Basketball League. This is our second game for today. CEU Malolos against MCU. Kurt Nokyao against two defenders gets it to go for CEU. First 2 points for Kurt Nokyao. Binigay din niya ang lamang ulit para sa CEU. Baluyot, umasok na para kay Coach Ian Rosella. Cruz was stripped on the drive to the basket. 17 seconds to shoot for CEU Malolos. Baseline inbound for CEU. Drive to the basket by Kit Encarnacion will result to a foul, which would send him to take 2 free throws. Binabati natin in the Sal Republic, Tatak Ilonggo, Riz Cartel, and our founder, Congressman Arjo Atayde of the 1st District of Quezon City. Kit Encarnacion misses on the first. Kit Encarnacion, combo guard for CEU Malolos, can take over. He had clean looks. Third point for Encarnacion, but yung pag-finish, doon mayroong konting problema. As we have a foul by AJ Cruz. And we have our first report coming from Cheska Botin. Cheska.
And Rosella of Manila Central University, going back to their previous game against VMC, he felt like his team was getting too relaxed during the game. Therefore, Coach Ian added that for this game, he hopes the team to play as the usual but better. Ang sabi pa ni Coach Ian, ang mantra talaga ng MCU sa basketball ay magamit lahat ng players niya at di lang isa kundi lahat sila ay mag-step up. Kaya naman tingnan natin kung sinong team ang makakakuha ng panalo ngayon. Back to you, Chris.
Thank you very much, Cheska Botin. And a basket by Santelices lifts. 3-point shot. Maagang mag-init yan. At sumagot naman from the corner si Kurt Nokyao para sa CEU. 5 points now. Santelices won't go at meron na po tayong unang katanungan for this game para sa gustong manalo ng 500 pesos worth ng GCash. Sinong content creator ang nagko-cover ng highlights para sa Mqaa? The Whistle Highlights be Beyond the Arc. I-comment lamang ang inyong sagot kasamang pangalan, address at contact number kasamang hashtag Mqaa-Icbl. Anunsyo po namin ang mananalo later. CEU Malolos starting strong here. Up to the challenge against MCU, the league leader. 3-0 for MCU. Nokyao calls the clear out. Kicks it out. 3-point shot. In and out for Kit Encarnacion. CEU will be called for a foul. Formidable backcourt here, Ralph Baluyot and Santelices. Sabay para kay Coach Ian. Hands off. And hard drive to the basket will be good for Ismael Rimo. And he will get the basket and the foul and a chance to complete a 3-point play opportunity. Things tied up at 10 apiece. CEU and MCU. 3:15 remaining here in the first quarter. And Ismael Rimo scoring 15 points and grabbing 3 rebounds. Notarte, his 3-point shot will go in. Forward pass, Ralph Baluyot will finish. 12-10. MCU, 2:48 remaining. Quick passing. What a block by Ismael Rimo against John Pardo. 13 seconds on a CEU shot clock. Mqaa-Icbl measuring his opponent. Mismatch there against bench C. Step back. Jumper will be good for Jacob Balngin. Difficult shot for Balngin to tie things up at 12 apiece. 2:20 remaining. First quarter, Santelices lines it up for 3. 2 3-point shots now for Daniel Santelices, 6 points. Ito yung mga larong maaga pa lang ay nag-iinit na. And ang Kurt Mqaa-Icbl answering back for his 7th point of this CEU squad or his game. Bench C underneath. And short stab won't go, but he will be fouled. 15-14 is our count. Bench C asserting his presence in the painted area. First free throw, too strong for bench C. Zero out of 2 on that trip to the line for bench C. Still 15-14 is our count. And CEU will run out of real estate on that possession. Coach Ian Rosella wants to talk things over. Lamang sila ng isa, 15-14 against CEU. We are back inside the Trinity University of Asia Gymnasium along E. Rodriguez for today's doubleheader. Second game is between MCU and CEU Malolos. Random Simbulan fielded in now by Coach Ian Rosella. 1.5 minutes remaining in our opening quarter. Baluyot gives it to Simbulan. Santelices, he has the hot hand. Short that try. Notarte. Quite a confusion there. But they recover in time. John Pardo. Last touch MCU. 10 seconds remaining on CEU shot clock. Good defense by the boys of Coach Ian Rosella denying possession. 9 seconds. Mqaa-Icbl tries his hand from way beyond and he gets it. Kurt Mqaa-Icbl. 10 points now to open CEU's campaign They lead 17-15 with 45 seconds remaining. Santelices, nakadalawang 3-point shots na yan. Good pass on that cut by Ralph Baluyot, converting, tying things up at 17 apiece. Good matchup between the guards of both teams. Notarte, corner 3, can sink that. Not that time. Santelices, last 18 seconds of the first, gives it to Baluyot. Sembulan would provide a shield. Baluyot gives it to Garcia. Garcia going left. 5 seconds. Overshoots it. And MCU will have another crack at the basket with 1.8 remaining here in the first quarter. Baluyot, no go, and MCU will run out of time. And at the end of the first 10 minutes, we're tied at 17 apiece. We'll be back. And it has been a battle of the guards to open up things here in our second game as we are tied apiece to open the second quarter. Second game for today for Mqaa-Icbl coach Risking de la Cruz po. Nagdadala ng aksyon kasama si Sheska Botin. Live here from the Trinity University of Asia Gymnasium along E. Rodriguez. Binabati natin Inasal Republic, Tatak Ilonggo, Race Cartel, and our founder, Congressman Arjo Atayde, with our Commissioner Gab Atayde. MCU now on offense. De La Cruz pushes off to create that space, and he will be called for the charge. Turnover for MCU. CEU responding well, trying to find their first victory in this tournament. Turnaround shot will trickle in for Patrick Robledo for 2 points for the big man. Make it to 19-17, 9:20 left. Second quarter. Bench C gives it inside, but there will be a foul on that high-low play. MCU trying to take advantage of their height. Gives the ball in the shaded lane. 14 seconds to operate for MCU. Santelices inbounding the ball. Simbulan gives it to De La Cruz. C, thought of a 3. 4 seconds to operate. Top break for CEU as the shot clock was winding down. They gave up a foul. Still CEU leading by 2 points, 19-17, 8:58 remaining in the second quarter. De La Cruz. Fall away won't go. MCU tying things up, 19 apiece. 8:40 remaining in the second quarter. Short stab will go this time for Adrian Flores, scoring his first 2 points, giving CEU the lead. And Flores stripping with the ball and going for a layup, and Malabanan will be called for that unsportsmanlike foul, preventing Adrian Flores to score on the back-to-back baskets. Good defense, quick hands by Adrian Flores, being a pest on defense. He will shoot 2 free throws for CEU, trying to add on to this 2-point lead. Bola mapupunta pa sa kamay ng CEU Malolos after this free throw. The first free throw for Adrian Flores will be good. 3 points now for the quick guard of CEU Malolos. 2 out of 2 on that trip to the line. Good perimeter defense being shown here by CEU. Obledo. And too many steps by Kit Encarnacion. Hindi pa nakaplanta yung kanyang pivot foot. At congratulations kay Giselle Solmoro. Giselle Solmoro, nanalo ka ng 500 pesos worth ng GCash. 8:04 remaining in the second quarter. MCU creating, and that won't go for Garcia. But he will trip the line for a chance to convert on 2 free throws. MCU medyo nanlalamig dito sa second quarter. Seemingly can't match the fire dinadala ng CEU Malolos. First free throw by Garcia will trickle in. Second free throw, no go. Lead stands at 3 points, 23-20. Pero bola babalik sa kamay ng mga bataan ni Coach Ian Racela. Another chance for MCU. On offense, De La Cruz goes left. And pass telegraph. Again. But Kit Encarnacion will be met upstairs as he was denied. But he will get the foul and trip the line for 2. Daryl Garcia being called for his first personal foul, and Kit Encarnacion skying high on that try. He was fouled. 4 points now for Kit Encarnacion, who's setting EEU's offense. 5 points for Encarnacion. 7 minutes and 35 seconds remaining. 5-point lead for CEU Malolos Scorpions, 25-20. 3-point shot won't go. And again, CEU tumatakbo. Kit Encarnacion. Extra pass, corner 3, and it will be good for Kenjud Diaz. Don't look now. CEU holding an 8-point lead, 28-20. They had the strong start last game against Diliman, but they couldn't guard the middle with the Francis de la Cruz scoring at will in the shaded area to cut down this lead to just 6 points. Almost a steal there. Baseline and short pass will be telegraphed. And we have a report from Cheska Borin. Cheska.
All the way from Malolos. Earlier, I was able to talk to Coach Max Encilia of Centro Escolar University. He shared that while they continue to strengthen their weaknesses, they are also putting more focus on maximizing the team's strengths. He added that this tournament is a great learning experience and process for the team. With several new players in the team, Coach Max Encilia is making his hopes up as they adjust to the team's chemistry and momentum, and may this finally be their first win. Back to you, Chris.
Thank you very much, Cheska Borin. 30-22 is now our count as MCU goes ice cold and CEU waxing hot on the field. Libre dito on the other side. Si Diaz hindi nakita. 3-point shot, no go. Atubag protects the board. Ito na MCU, tumatakbo. De La Cruz. Garcia short on that tree. 2-on-1. Encarnacion missing, but on the other side, Kurt Nokyao cleaning up the mess. 12 puntos na ang score ni Kurt Nokyao. 5 minutes 29 seconds remaining. 10 ng kalamangan ng kanyang koponan, CEU Malolos. And 3-point shot for MCU, cutting the lead down to 7. But Nokyao answers back. 15 big points in the first half. Napakaganda ng gising at biyahe nitong Kurt Nokyao. And sagutan ng 3-point shots here in the Trinity University of Asia Gymnasium. Nokyao free. Couldn't get it. CEU recycling the offense. Again, another 3-point shot attempt. Wide. Encarnacion running out of space. Can't save that rock. Seven-point lead now for CEU. What a stretch there. Kurt Nokyao drilling triples. Ito namang sumasagot din ang MCU. MJ Hosod balik na sa loob para kay Coach Ian Rosella to stabilize his friends. Again, 3-point shot. No go San Felices. Again, tumatakbo na naman itong mga nakaputi. And pass inside. Telegraph. Good defense there. Transition defense by MCU. 4:11 remaining in the second quarter. CEU surprising us today. With their outside shooting. Again, another 3-point shot attempt, and we will get it. That's from John Pardo. CEU making MCU pay. Niiwan yung perimeter defense. Not in check. 10-point lead now for CEU Malolos. MCU having a hard time. And that will get in for Sean General. Score from the undergoal stab to cut the lead down of CEU to just 8 points. Chance niyang maibaba pa ito. He will shoot a bonus free throw for a 3-point play opportunity. 3:40 left. Second quarter. See in the background, Coach Ian Rosella. Livid. Sean General completing the 3-point play opportunity. 5 points now for Sean General. Kurt Nokyao. Markado na ng depensa ng MCU. 3.5 remaining. Balik kay Nokyao and mukhang akala yata nila ay 7-2 si Kurt Nokyao. Napataas yung pasa. Parang iniisip nila baka si Kai Soto yung tatanggap nun. Pwede. Still a 7-point lead by CEU Malolos. 38-31 against MCU. 3:18 remaining in the second quarter. And General will miss on that drive. Forward pass. And the finish will go for Romel Paranas. Again, making that lead a 9-pointer. 40-31. What a surprise performance here by CEU Malolos. Santelices open for a 3. Not this time. 2:45 remaining in the second. CEU, 9-point lead. Parinas. 10 seconds to work with. There's a foul by rather traveling violation. Medyo nag-cha-cha-cha doon si Jacob Balningin. CEU having a 9-point lead, wants to make sure of it. It's 40-31 against MCU. We'll be right back. And CEU Malolos looking good so far with 2:29 remaining in the second quarter. We're live from Trinity University of Asia along E. Rodriguez for today's Mqaa-Icbl action. Coach Chris King de la Cruz po nagdadala ng aksyon. Kasama si Sheska Bolin. Santelices throw of a 3. MJ Hoson gives it inside. Reverse layup is good for Sean General. 7 points now for Sean General. Notarte joins the 3-point parade. He can hit it from way beyond. First 3-point shot for Christian Notarte to make it a 10-point game. Hoson gives it in the middle. Santelices wants to answer from way beyond. Too strong. CEU now on offense. 1:45 remaining. Second quarter. Good ball rotation here for CEU. Notarte again for another 3. Not this time. 1:28 remaining in the second quarter. Oson kicks it out to Santelices. Corner 3. He had one earlier. Katubag. No go inside. And Santelices will hustle for that 50-50 ball. And he will be fouled. Still a 10-point lead for CEU Malolos over the league-leading MCU Supremos. Ochi and Rosella, as you see in the background, shouting out directions. Daniel Santelices cashes in on that first free throw. Nasa penalty na po ang CEU Malolos. 2 out of 2 para kay Daniel Santelices. 8 points now for the shooter of MCU. Trap defense. Disrupting the offense of but Parinas. No go on the drive. Tadeo kicks it out. Extra pass. Sean General kicks it out. Hoson, 4/3. Pumuposisyon si General dito sa kaliwa. Tadeo, pull-up jumper from the baseline, too wide. 43 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Baseline, sarado para sa CEU. But Kit Encarnacion, or rather, Simon Espino, pinuwersa sa ilalim. To make it still a 10-point game for CEU Malolos. Santelices free from way beyond. Ang lamig na. 8 seconds before the halftime break. 6.9. Babalik ang bola sa kamay ng mga nakaputi ng CEU Malolos. Let's see if they can close out this half on a strong note. The Encarnacion stolen. 3-point shot! Won't go. At 10 puntos pong kalamangan ang babaunin ng CEU. 45-35 against MCU. As we reach the halftime break, we'll be back to start the third quarter. Back at the Trinity University of Asia Gymnasium. We're at the half of the second game. You see the highlights of the first game, or first half. Simon Espino opening things up for CEU. Getting also the help from Adrian Flores. Ang energy ni Adrian Flores ay talaga nakakahawa para sa mga nakaputi ng CEU. So see here, an impressive performance. Medyo nakaka-adjust na itong CEU Malolos dito sa field of competition natin as Kurt Mqaa scoring 13 points in that first half showing, and we're about to start the second half of our second ball game for today. Matchup between the tournament leading against the Cello Dwellers currently. CEU Malolos Scorpions looking for the first win. Kurt Mqaa, who had 13 markers, starting again for CEU to open this half, and there was an unsportsmanlike foul. Possibly going against MJ Hoson. Getting frustrated. Both teams are being directed to go to the respective benches. Binabati natin ang Inasal Republic, Tatak Ilonggo, Riz Cartel, and our founder, Coach, or rather Congressman Arjo Atayde, together with our Commissioner Gab Atayde. Abangan nyo lang po, yung mga gusto pong manalo ng 500 pesos worth ng GCash. Ito na po ang ating katanungan. Ano ang naging final score ng first quarter? A, 20 all. B, 17 all. Comment lamang po ang inyong kasagutan kasama ang inyong pangalan, address at contact number kasamang hashtag Mqaa-Icbl para manalo ng 500 pesos worth of GCash. Comment na po para sa tsansang manalo, at mapipili po natin ay tatawagan ng ating representative later on as we get things sorted out here. Referees reviewing that last play. Possibly an unsportsmanlike foul against MJ Hoson. Binabati natin lahat ng nanonood sa atin ngayon sa ating coverage ng Mqaa-Icbl, especially mga constituents ng ating founder Congressman Arjo Atayde sa 1st District ng Quezon City. Again, we're still live here at the Trinity University of Asia Gymnasium again along E. Rodriguez Avenue. 10-point lead by CEU. Less than a minute gone by here. And sportsmanlike foul. Against MJ Hoson. That would mean 2 free throws for CEU. Kurt Mqaa lining up for that 2 free throws. And they will retain ball possession after first free throw missed by Mqaa. Good showing by this young man, scoring 13 points in the first half. 1 out of 2 for Kurt Mqaa. 14 points. 11-point lead for CEU. Nasa kanila pa ang bola. Simon Espino driving. Kicked out pass. Again, Mqaa for 3 to beat the shot clock buzzer. No good. MCU snares the board. 9.5 remaining in the third quarter. MJ Hoson And again, there's a foul. Ismael Rimo providing the shield and rolling. Hindi makakeep up ang depensa. No choice there for CEU but to foul. And John Guevara now fielded in by Coach Ian Rosella. Baluyot gives it to Guevara, fakes the three. And he would be fouled. Nice fake there. Kumagat yung defender. Game being slowed down by fouls. MCU going on a defensive mode for them to be able to come back. They're staring at an 11-point deficit, 46-35. Guevara, 8 seconds on the shot clock. Wants to find Rimoy inside. Baluyot, ball stolen. Baluyot, Mqaa-Icbl. Espino, short stab is good. 9 points now for Simon Espino to make it a 13-point lead for CEU Malolos. 48-35, 8:40 left in the third. And traveling violation, good defense by CEU, denying Nick Baluyot to operate that time. Sean General babalik on the floor. Coach Ian mixing and matching. Mqaa-Icbl escaping the tight defense. Espino. Baseline, Sarado, fall away, no go, but CEU gets that offensive rebound with Simon Espino cleaning up the mess. 11 points now. Again, 50-35, a 15-point lead by CEU, surprising MCU. MJ Hawson at the line for 2 free throws. Chance para maibaba ang kalamangan ng CEU, which stands now at 15 points off the efforts of the likes of Kurt Mqaa-Icbl, Simon Espino, hustling for 50-50 balls, making their outside shots while MCU struggling on the free throw line. Second free throw is good, 1 out of 2 for MJ Hawson. 3 points so far for MJ Hawson. Simon Espino gives it to Mqaa-Icbl, who calls for a clear out. 14 to operate, 13. And he would want to give it at the baseline to Espino, which was read very well by the defense of MCU. Balik sa kanilang bola. John Guevara calling out the plays. Double screen up high. Back on top for Guevara. Driving, passes nowhere. 3-point shot. Wide. Good defense there. Denying John Guevara kung kanino niya ipapasa. Denying the open man for MCU. 14-point spread by CEU, 15-36. Coach Ian Rosella trying to find some answers. Balik sa kanilang possession, 7:23 remaining. Katubag balik sa laro para sa MCU. So was Garcia. Join Guevara and Sean General. Fresh 14 for MCU. 7:23 left in the third. Good inbound. Guevara orchestrating the play. Double high screen there. Takes it out. 3-point shot is good. Darrell Garcia knocking down the 3-point shot. to make it 50-39. And again, a steal by MCU. A finish again, back-to-back baskets by Garcia. A 5-point run or 5-0 run here to cut the CEU lead down to 9 points, 54-41. We have a timeout. We're back here at the Trinity University of Asia Gymnasium. 6:47 remaining in the third. MCU making that mini run to cut down the lead 50-40, 10-pointer. And we have Cheska for her report. Cheska.
Timeout earlier in the second quarter with CEU leading the game. Coach Ian Rosella of MC reminded his team to stay locked in on defense. As you noticed, they were starting to lose focus. He also said to the team to not be too contented for shooting those 3-point shots and be consistent throughout the game. Kaya naman, sino kaya talaga ang magpapanalo ngayong laro na to? Back to you, Chris.
Thank you very much, Cheska. And aside from their last game, no, ito yung scare na hinarap ng CEU, ng MCU, almost losing to VMC. And now, trailing against CEU by 10 points. 1 second on the shot clock. And the lucky break there for AJ Cruz. Drilling that Hail Mary off the board. From way beyond, making it again a 13-point lead for CEU. Yung siniswerte nga naman talaga. Ibinato na lang. Pumasok pa, and Daryl Garcia on fire. 6 points in this stretch for Daryl Garcia. Keeping MCU afloat, and again, AJ Cruz. Grabing sagutan ito. 55-42. Back to 14. Perhis, pinasok na ni Coach Ian for MCU. Guevara, back to Perhis. Inside. One-hander, won't go. Ito na naman ang CEU running. And Cruz, strip. Good defense. And John Pardo with the recovery. 7 points now for John Pardo. And don't look now, unti-unti na pong lumalayo ang CEU. Coach Ian Rosella doesn't want what he sees. He calls a timeout. 15-point lead ang tangan-tangan ngayon ng CEU Malolos Scorpions, surprising the tournament leading MCU Supremos with 5:18 remaining in the third quarter. Mahaba pa po ito. Very impressive showing here by CEU. 3-point shot at the elbow will go in. It's Daryl Garcia. 11 points now, keeping MCU afloat, and a good defense for MCU. Traveling violation, such a momentum disruptor. Perhis, Sean General sharing the floor out for Coach Ian Racela. 4:39 remaining in the third quarter. Still a 13-point lead, hawak-hawak ng CEU. Open on the corner. That's Kenjud Diaz. 60-45. Now is our count. Balik sa 15 ang hinahabol ng MCU Santelices. Gustong sumagot. And he will get his answer. A 3-pointer of his own. Baba sa 12 ang kalamangan ng CEU, 60-48. Sean General called for that foul. Second team foul for MCU. 18 on the shot clock for CEU Malolos. Again, CEU looking for their shooters. 7 to shoot. But short stab will go for John Pardo. 9 points. Yung mga sorpresang bunot ni Coach Max Ancilla. Surprising MCU. 3.5 minutes and change. Perhis driving inside and couldn't get it to go. Tough luck for MCU. 16 on the shot clock for CEU. Being patient on their offense. Taking time. And losing the balance there. Traveling violation against AJ Cruz. Medyo slippery yung spot doon, kaya nadula si Cruz. 14-point lead still by CEU. 3 minutes remaining in the third quarter. General pulls it up. Emergency pass. Ismael Rimo couldn't get it to go as he drove strong to the cup, but he will be fouled. 2:50 remaining in the third. Penalty situation will send Ismael Rimo on the free throw line for 2 free throws. He was the best player of the ball game during their last game, a win against VMC last June 28. Ismael Rimo 15 points, 3 rebounds and 3 steals for that game. Still very quiet today. Only his first point off the ball game. Nasa third quarter na tayo. Medyo hindi pa nag-iinit itong si Ismael Rimo. 2 out of 2 on the trip to the line. Pansin-pansin din Ralph Ladeo, only scoring 1 point here. Giving other players chances to shine like Daryl Garcia. Scored 11 points. 12-point lead for CEU Malolos. Stepping up on defense is MCU. Pardo. 3 on the shot clock. Does he know it? Lines it up. No go, but Bench C recovers it para sa mga naka-purple. Perhis, yo-yo shot. Recovers. Rimo fakes and he will be harmed on his way. That's Simbulan. John Pardo guilty of that foul. Randeb Simbulan. MCU must do right now, cash in on their free throws para maibaba naman itong kalamangan na kanilang hinahabol against CEU. Let's see. Simbulan drills the first free throw. First point for the ball game for Randeb Simbulan. Second free throw won't go. Recovered by CEU. Again, a chance to increase their lead, which stands now at 11. Ito namang MCU, unti-unti kung makatok sa pintuan ng MCU, or rather CEU. Caught in the middle and off-balance shot by Simon Espino. There will be a foul called against Ismael Rimo. Seems like Simon Espino only lost his balance there, but referee saw it otherwise. Pinapakita, minumonstra ni Coach Ian sa ating official na off-balance lang, but sabi nila ng ating officials may contact, kaya nagkaroon ng kaya nadapa si Simon Espino. Now on the line for 2 free throws. First free throw won't go. 1:50 remaining at the third quarter. 1 out of 2 for Simon Espino. 12 points now for the wily guard of CEU Malolos. 63-51, balik sa 12. Ang tangan-tangan na kalamangan ng CEU. This is a character building game actually for MCU. They lead the league. It's not yet lost yet, but they're being challenged now by CEU Malolos, having this 12-point lead, 63-51 at this third quarter, 1:36 mark. And Ismael Rimo will again troop the line for 2 free throws. Credit to MCU, they keep keeping themselves within striking distance. Di nila hinahayaan na pinakamalaking lamang ng CEU 15 lamang. Ismael Rimo for his third point of the game, cutting the lead down to only 9 points with 1:36 left in the third. Nabati natin ni Sal Public, Risk Cartel, and Congressman Arjo Atayde as Rimo missing on that second free throw. 1.5 minutes left in the third quarter. Espino gives it at the corner. Robledo. Espino again, driving, slicing through the middle. Pull up jumper will not go in. And there will be a foul against CEU, which again will send MCU to the line. Simon Espino, foul trouble, committing his third personal foul. At meron pa tayong 11 minutes and 10 seconds sa larong ito. Meron na kagad 3 fouls si Simon Espino, who has been the main guy here for CEU, setting the offense for them. Christian Duterte, the sniper for CEU, balik na naman on the floor. Ismael Rimo, the burly big man for MCU. First free throw is good. Slowly but surely, back to a 10-point lead. itong CEU. 2 out of 2 for Ismael Rimo. 5 points now for the big guy. Full court press defense by MCU. And a turnover created. MJ Hoson scoring. Only an 8-point lead. 5 points for MJ Hoson. MCU stepping on the gas on the defensive end. Good cut by Kurt Nokyao. He will miss. MCU chance to close in. Hoson being given that simbulan screen. Bench C up top. Hoson no good on that soft touch. 2-second differential on the shot clock and game clock. Foul will be called in front of Coach Ian against bench C. That's only the 4th team foul for MCU. 16 seconds on the shot clock. 17.8. Hand off. No go on that jumper. Another chance. Corner 3 is good for Kurt Nokyao. And just as we thought MCU was closing in, Kurt Nokyao was there to save the day to make it again a 10-point lead for CEU, 66-56. Babalik po kami to start the 4th quarter. And we are back inside the Trinity University of Asia Gymnasium along E. Rodriguez Avenue for the second game of our doubleheader. Start the 4th quarter. This game has been a game of runs. Lalamang ng 15 ang CEU, babalik sa 5, balik uli sa 13 at 15 ang CEU. But last quarter, Kurt Nokyao had the last say with that big 3-point shot. And as we open the 4th quarter, ito po ang nanalo sa ating pangalawang tanong this ball game, si Joshua Villanueva. Joshua Villanueva, nanalo ka ng 500 pesos worth of GCash. MCU again starting with John Guevara. Perhis on the floor. Benj C, bigay kay Guevara at the elbow. Drive to the baseline. Reverse won't go. Good challenge underneath by CEU. Barely a minute gone by as we open the 4th. High stakes here for MCU. Haven't lost in this tournament. And again, Kurt Nokyao. opening up things here in the fourth quarter by drilling that three-point shot. 13-point lead. That shot by MCU won't go. Still, they get a rebound. Up in the sky play. And there was a foul. Garcia couldn't finish that alley-oop play. Kurt Nokyao. Binabati natin yung tatay ni Kurt Nokyao. Sir, Max Nokyao, nanonood po kayo. Totoo po, ang ginoment nyo, talagang pamatay sunog po ang inyong anak ngayon. Disrupting the run by MCU. Daryl Garcia missing on that second free throw. 11 points by Kurt Nokyao. Rather, 20 points by Kurt Nokyao and wild pass. Mananatili ang bola sa kamay ng CEU. Ito na po ang huling katanungan natin para sa larong ito. Sinong number 1 sa team standing? A. MCU. B. Diliman College. Comment lang ang inyong sagot, pangalan, address at contact number kasamang hashtag Mqaa-Icbl as Kurt Nokyao commits that turnover. Still the door is open para sa MCU. They still trail by 12 points, 69-57. Ismael Rimo kanina, no? Has a strong body but lacks further improve his outside shooting. Perhis missing, but still Garcia recovering it for MCU. Sean General couldn't handle the rock. Again, turning the ball over. AJ Cruz balik na ulit para sa CEU Scorpions. Good inbounds play. Espino. Quick basket sana, but recovery there by Jamer Mateo. 7 points now. 14-point lead. Hoson. Soft touch won't go. Could have used the board well. And again, CEU looking to add on to this 14-point lead with 7 minutes, 7.5 minutes and change. What a pass inside. Espino to Cruz. Will connect for the hoop and the harm. And Cruz will have the chance to complete this 3-point play opportunity. $16-point lead now. The highest by CEU. Cruz couldn't complete the 3-point play. Score stands at 73-57. Hoson kicks it out. Nick Baluyot. Perhis. Strong drive against 2 white shirts and he will be clobbered. He'll go to the line for 2. Rafael Perhis, also of Congressman Arjo Atay District Warriors elite team, sinking that first free throw. The second free throw won't go for Rafael Perhis. Still, mananatili ang bola sa kamay ng MCU Supremos with 14 seconds to operate. Quick play. MJ Hoson couldn't convert, but he will be fouled. Again, tripping the line for 2 free throws. $15-point lead by CEU. 7:06 remaining in the payoff period. Para po sa mga nagtatanong, ang laro po natin sa Sabado ay sa Hoops Spirit Gymnasium. 3 p.m. ang simula natin sa Sabado. Adamson versus UB at 4 p.m. and CEU Malolos against the UST Growling Tigers. MJ Hoson making it a 13-point game, drilling the 2 free throws. Pressure defense now mounting for MCU. Hoson saving it to the wrong hands, and CEU will finish with the Jamer Mateo layup. 9 points for Jamer Mateo. 15-point game. And an unsportsmanlike foul will be called as Perhis is being helped to stand. And again, binabati natin ang ating mga supporters in Nasal Republic, Risk Cartel, and our founder, Congressman Arjo Atayde, together with our Commissioner Gab Atayde. CEU responding to the challenge here against the tournament-leading MCU, hasn't lost in 3 games. Rather, this is their 4th game. 4-0 ang MCU. They're looking at a 15-point deficit. Pinakamahirap talaga makalaban yung mga gutom na teams sa panalo. CEU really looking forward to chalk up their first win in this tournament. They're looking good with 6:43 remaining. Para naman sa panig ng MCU, if they would want to steal this ball game from the hands of CEU, they must make a run at this point. 6:43 remaining in the 4th. Let's wait for our referees to make the final call on that last play. The regulars, no? Si MJ Hoson struggling, only 5 points. Ismael Rimo, who was our best player of the ball game, with MCU's win against VMC, only 5 points, which is why they trail CEU 75-60. Biggest lead for CEU was 16 points. Again, binabati natin lahat ng nanonood sa atin ngayon sa ating coverage ng Mqaa-Icbl, especially ang mga constituents ni Congressman Arjo Atayde, our founder, sa 1st District ng Quezon City. Let's now listen to our official unsportsmanlike foul against AJ Cruz of CEU. Rafael Perhis will troop the line for 2 free throws, and ball possession will be kept by MCU. Again, a chance for MCU to make a run. Ibaba ang kalamangan ng CEU. Ito na nga, umpisa. First free throw by Rafael Perhis. Second free throw also is good. 2 out of 2. Only a 13-point lead for CEU. Nasa kamay pa ng MCU ang bola. Chance again para bumaba itong 13 puntos na kalamangan. Perhis giving it to MJ Hoson at the corner. 9 to operate. Inside to Perhis. Good fake and he will create 4-point swing here courtesy of Rafael Perhis. 2 free throws and that short stab underneath, but there was a foul against Nick Baluyot. Pressure defense now by MCU. 11 na lamang po ang kanilang hinahabol. John Guevara. "14 seconds to operate for CEU. Pardo, rather. What a shot there. Couldn't get it to drop. MJ Hoson off speed. Reverse won't go. Hindi talaga makuha ni MJ Hoson yung rhythm niya. So sa makakontra-tsyempong tira niya na yon. That could have been big. And a foul as MJ Hoson goes for that steal. Good thing with MJ Hoson. He has been struggling offensively but his defense won't stop. Talaga makikita mo na yung bumabawi sa depensa. The door still open for MCU as our officials will review the last play. At eto na nga po ang nanalo sa huling tanong natin. Worth 500 pesos of GCash, Christian Cedric Santos. Congratulations. Yung mga hindi po napakinggan yung mga pangalan nila kung maasang nanalo, pinopost naman po natin yan sa official FB page ng Manuel Quezon Athletics Association. So check nyo na lang po dun at kukontakin naman din po kayo ng ating mga representatives. And again, reminder for our viewers, sa Sabado po, alas 4 ng hapon, ang simula ng ating laro sa Hoop Spirit Basketball Court along Banawe, Adamson versus University of Batangas and CEU against the UST Growling Tigers. And let's see. We await the ruling of our officials, making sure they are at the replay center. Nabati din natin ang ating tournament director, Coach JB Olea. Making sure that things are in order here. As we see Kurt Nokyao about to check back in. He has been the hot hand here and si Sir Ryan Michael De Jesus ay pinababati ni Sir Mon De Jesus. Kamusta po kayo? At sa lahat ng nanonood ng ating coverage ngayon ng Mqaa-Icbl. Masyado pong maulan nitong araw na to at kaninang unang laro natin nagpaulan ng 3 points ang St. Clair at ngayon din ang CEU naman din si Kurt Nokyao. AJ Cruz getting his second unsportsmanlike foul. Karoon na siya kanina. He will be escorted outside of the playing court, finishing with 9 points. MJ Hoson again back on the free throw line para ibaba ang kalamangan ng CEU. And he makes his first free throw. Baba na sa 10. Ulit ang kalamangan ng CEU with 5:51 remaining. Still have a ball game here. Layo pa ang oras. Back to a single-digit lead. 75-66. Anything could happen with 5:55 remaining. Let's see. This is also character building game for CEU. How could they respond? MJ Hoson wanted that 3. Too strong. Perhis. Walang gustong tumira sa MCU. Hoson against two white shirts, spinning and scores. It has been MJ Hoson. Bumibit-bit para sa MCU, trimming down the CU lead to just 7 points. And again, turnover. John Guevara will go all the way for MCU. And don't look now, it's only a 5-point game, 75 to 70. CEU will call a timeout. We will be back. What a run here by MCU. Napako na po sa 75 ang score ng CEU on the shoulders of MJ Hoson. Making those defensive plays and converting on those baskets. Sabi ko nga sa inyo, character building din ang larong ito para sa CEU. How they can handle this pressure. Let's see. 16 on their shot clock. And again, the defense of MCU in effect producing a turnover. And there will be a foul against CEU during the penalty, which means 2 free throws for MCU. And again, sino pa ba ang nasa free throw line? Kundi si MJ Hoson, the man at the moment. Nabuhayan ngayong second half. First free throw is good for MJ Hoson. Trimming down this lead of CEU to just 4. Kumakatok na po sa pintuan ng CEU at MCU. 1 out of 2. Push off for MCU. Again, the lead of CEU is just 4 points with 5:02 left. Plenty of time left para sa MCU para bumalik. Dito na rin si Kurt Nokyao, the hot hand for CEU. He's a marked man right now. Defense of MCU quick to recover. 4:49 left. 10 seconds to operate for CEU. Baluyot on defense. Kick out pass. 3-point shot. This will be big. But CEU recovers it in time. MJ Hoson denying. 8 seconds to shoot. 4:31 left in the fourth. CEU. What a drive in the middle by Jamer Mateo. Pamatay sunog to lift CEU again to 6 points. 77 to 71. What a pass inside. Reverse layup will go. Sean General. Again, 4 na lamang po ang hinahabol ng MCU. Coming to life here late in the 4th. CEU. Again. Turnaround shot. This time won't go for Jamer Mateo. And there will be a foul again. 2 free throws for MCU. Kanina po nasa penalty ang CEU Malolos. And again, MJ Hoson getting back on the line for 2 free throws. He has been the steadying factor here for MCU. The lead guy for this comeback attempt. First free throw rattles out. If he sinks the next free throw, 3 na lamang po ito. They could either get the tie. 0 out of 2. CEU recovers it. Pressure defense. And John Guevara. MCU all the way, no go. Pero he's hurried that shot. And again, whoa, what a miss. Again, MCU knocking on the door. Hoson, baseline drive, and he will go to the line for 2. What a sequence there. Jamer Mateo. Potential na pamatay sunog sana ulit. Babying the layup. Yung yabag ng defenders ng MCU talagang maririnig mo kasing sumusunod sa likuran mo. Couldn't handle the pressure that time, and MJ Hoson sinking the first free throw to make it a 3-point game with 3:15 remaining. Character building ball game for the both teams here. Two out of 2, MJ Hoson. Dalawa na lang po. We're within the basket. 77-75. Again, pressure defense mounting for MCU. Baluyot stealing it. And he will go all the way for the tie at 77 apiece. We have a ball game with 3:04 remaining here. We'll be back. And CEU had already burned their last time out with 3:04 remaining. Mahaba-haba pang oras ito. Game is tied at 77 apiece. We're live here at the Trinity University of Asia. Coach Chris King de la Cruz po. Kasama si Sheska Botin bringing you this exciting game between CEU Malolos against MCU Supremos. CEU patiently running their offense. 2:50 remaining, 9 on their shot clock. Kick out pass. Extra pass underneath, and there will be a foul. Jamer Mateo. Good job there, baiting Sean General to foul him. Chance for Jamer Mateo to make up on that last boo-boo on the fast break attempt. Oh, it's only a baseline throw-in, sabi ng ating mga referees. And we have a challenge here. Coach's challenge by CEU. In my angle, it's an act of shooting foul because Jamer Mateo was aiming for a shot underneath. At itong si Sean General, no, sumulpot sa kanyang likuran, kumagat dun sa kanyang fake at bumagsak kay Jamer Mateo. Let's see how our referees will call it. Pinabati po natin again para sa mga nanonood. Risk Cartel, Inasal Republic, and of course our founder, Congressman Arjo Atayde. Binabati ni Chris Pisyaw, si Aika. Kung sino ka man Aika, binabati ka ni Chris Pisyaw. Salamat sa panonood. 2:44 remaining. Let's see what will happen to that coach's challenge. Oh, unsuccessful challenge. That could be big. 2 free throws na sana po yun for CEU. They will settle for this side, or rather baseline throw-in. 14 seconds on the shot clock. Mqaa-Icbl, the main guy for today. Simon Espino balik kay Jacob Balangin. 4 seconds to shoot. Do they know it? And top break for MCU as the shot clock expires. They committed that foul, which would send Jacob Balangin for 2 free throws. Let's see if Jacob Balangin has ice in his veins. First free throw is a miss. 2.5 minutes remaining here in regulation. Could we have our first overtime game for this season? Let's see. Jacob Balangin, second free throw, no go. We're still tied at 55. Mad scramble at the loose ball, won by CEU. Quick pass cross court. 2:22 remaining. Espino gives it underneath to Kurt Mqaa-Icbl, and pass couldn't be handled. Rock was as if a hot potato at the corner. Chance for MCU to seize the lead. They have been down as much as 16 points. But slowly but surely, under the efforts of MJ Hoson, they were able to claw back and tie this ball game up. Hoson calls for a clear out. Bench C provides the shield. Last 2 minutes, Hoson flies by. No go, he gets his own miss. He gives it to C. Recovered by MCU Baluyot. 10 seconds to create. Balik kay MJ Hoson. MJ Hoson driving. Gives it to C inside. Couldn't handle the pass. Again, a turnover by MCU. Lost opportunities there. Dalawang oportunidad ang sinayang doon ng MCU. Balik sa CEU yung bola. Sila naman ang binibigyan ng oportunidad. na makaabante with 1:43 remaining in regulation. CEU trying, searching for their first win in our tournament. Both teams in the penalty. CEU wala na pong timeout. Let's see how would they respond in this kind of a game. Pressure is mounting. Full court press defense. CEU may tatawid. But Baluyot sneaking at the back. Just couldn't complete the steal. 1:34 left. 16 on the shot clock for CEU. Still 77 apiece. Balangin gives it to Mateo. Drive through the middle. And there will be a foul that would send Jamer Mateo to the free throw line. A chance to drill the go-ahead basket with 1:26 remaining here in the regulation period. Pressure packed free throws. Mateo sinks it. They lead by 1. 78-77, 1:26 remaining. Jamer Mateo making it up with those 2 made free throws, and Coach Ian Racela would want to talk things over. They trail by 2, 79-77 against CEU Malolos. Six remaining in the fourth quarter. Lamang po ang CEU Malolos Scorpions against MCU Supremo 79-77. MCU clawing back from 16 down. Let's see how will they respond after that timeout by Coach Ian. Whoa, what a eye in the sky play. Perfectly executed to tie things up again. MJ Hoson, the man of the hour for MCU. 1:18 left. Again, pressure defense. CEU scrambling. Balangin calming the troops. 2-man game for Mateo and Balangin off that shot. Ito na po ang mga Supremos ng MCU wanting to take the lead with 50 seconds remaining. 10 on their shot clock. And pass inside couldn't be handled by Sean General. Balik sa mga nakaputi ng CEU ang bola. 37 seconds remaining in the fourth. Balangin gives it up and turnover by Jamer Mateo of CEU. 5 seconds differential between the shot clock and game clock. And again, Coach Ian Racela will call a timeout and let's see how the players will respond. Kanina, no? Perfectly drawn play from the timeout. MJ Hoson using that screen, flashing for that eye-in-the-sky play. Perfectly done to tie things up at 79 all. Let's see what Coach Ian Racela has in its bag of tricks. A 5-second differential between game clock and shot clock. And if they will really burn the time here, may oras pang matitira kung makakonvert sila para sa CEU. And CEU on their part couldn't foul because they're in the penalty, which means they will send MCU to the free throw line. They will just have to do here is play honest to goodness defense for CEU Malolos. What a game here for the boys from Malolos, accepting the challenge posted against them by our league leaders, MCU. 14 seconds to shoot, rather. Baluyot gives it to Hoson. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Baluyot again finding Hoson in the middle. Driving, slicing through, and he was blocked. And again, CEU on the attack. Balangin will go all the way, but misses it. 10 seconds for MCU. 7. Layup, no go. Sean General, 2 seconds. And we will go to overtime. We're going into our first overtime for the Mqaa-Icbl. What a game that is. That it is. Grabe. And at the end of regulation, we're tied at 79 all. We'll be back for the start of the extra period. And we start the first overtime game ever here at Mqaa-Icbl. Just a shout out to MJ Hoson, 14 big points. Bulk of it coming in the second half in that stretch. MCU going with Santelices, Perhis, Sean General, MJ Hoson, Ismael Rimo. Para naman sa panig ng CEU, Jamer Mateo, who's now on the free throw line for 2 free throws. Romel Paranas, Kurt Nokyao, Jacob Balangin, and Simon Espino will be their 5. Jamer Mateo sinking that first free throw, breaking that tie, making it 2 out of 2, 16 points for Jamer Mateo. MJ Hoson again, wanting a clear out. Ismael Rimo. Santelices, 3-point shot. Again, won't go. Santelices is making that gamble. Marinas. And turnover for CEU. 4:17 left here in overtime. 81-79 is our count. MJ Hoson calling again for the play. Ismael Rimo providing the shield. Sean General coming out from the middle. Perhis slicing through the defense. Floater won't go. MCU again. Rimo underneath, reverse layup. And that's Sean General. $13 points for Sean General. Again, we're tied at 81 apiece. 3:43 left in overtime. Both teams in the penalty. And MCU, as you see on your screens, having a powwow near the 3-point line. Paranas on the line. Chance to break the tie. And he does it. First free throw is good. Third point by Romel Paranas, lifting CU to a 1-point lead. 2 out of 2. Again, a 2-point lead held by CEU. Nagkakatalo, alam nyo po, sa overtime kung sinong mas gusto at sino ang pagod na. Mabilis lamang po ito. Rimo up top. Gives it to John Guevara. Sean General. Nick Baluyot again. Rimo. Finding Hoson. Hoson. 3 seconds. And there will be a foul. Which means MCU will trip to the line for 2 free throws again. A chance to tie this ball game up is Ismael Rimo. And Spino fouling out at this crucial point of this overtime period. But Jacob Balangin is up to the challenge. Ismael Rimo sinking the first free throw. One out of 2. Only a 1-point lead by CEU, 83-82. Last touch by MCU. Babalik ang bola na CEU Malolos Scorpions. 3:13 in overtime. What a ball game that we have. MCU coming back from 16 down. Nokyao. Ito Paranas. Mateo. Rather Balangan. Almost losing it. Mateo. And miscommunication again. Giving the door up opportunity for MCU to go ahead in this possession. .255 remaining here in overtime. Naunahan nating overtime period dito sa ating season. Guevara gives it to Sean General. MJ Hoson calls for a clear out. General pops from. And bola mananatili sa kamay ng MCU with 8 seconds to shoot. 2:38 left in overtime. Ken Jude Diaz babalik para sa panig ng CEU Malolos. MCU, no changes. Hoson, 6 seconds. pops from way deep. No go. And last touch will be Jamer Mateo of CEU. Again, 14 seconds, another 14 seconds to shoot for MCU. John Guevara giving it to MJ Hoson. Goes to the right. Yo-yo shot won't go, but he will trip the line for 2 free throws. And again, MJ Hoson, 14 points in this ball game, carrying his team to come back from 16 down. Tulong-tulong sila dyan. Nick Baluyot, Sean General. First free throw, masyadong malakas. Let's see. MJ Hoson apologizing to the bench. Zero out of 2. Still CEU hanging on the thread. 1 point lead. Mqaa-Icbl free from 3. This is big. And he gets it. "24 big points for Kurt Mqaa-Icbl, making it a 4-point game, 86-82. CEU Malolos. It was a big one. Right place, right time, right shot for Kurt Mqaa-Icbl with 1:52 left. John Guevara of MCU will trip the line as he was fouled. Chance to inch within 2. Free throw too strong. John Guevara, still another chance for MCU to inch their way closer. Banks it, making it sure. 3-point game. 1:48 remaining. Mqaa-Icbl having a hard time and turning the ball over. Paluyo, 3-point shot, short. And Sean General was caught pushing off that rebound play. A chance to CEU to sink insurance baskets. Romel Paranas again called onto the free throw line. 1:26 remaining in overtime. Calmly sinks the first to make it a 4-point lead for CEU with 1:26 remaining. Romel Paranas sinks both. We have a 5-point game. And Coach Ian Racela wants to talk to his boys. It's a 5-point game. CEU 83, CEU 88, MCU 83. At binabati natin mga supporters to ng CEU, si Reggie Espino, si Norman Alibia. Salamat po sa suporta ninyo sa inyong koponan. Malaking bagay po yan as they are still searching for their first win na maaari na po nilang masungkit ngayon as they lead by 5 points, 83 or rather 88 to 83 with 126 remaining in overtime. For MCU, last hurrah time. They must create in this possession and make another stop. Garcia inbounding. Garcia taking much of the time, 10 seconds to shoot. I think they're still looking for a three, but Perhis hesitated on that move and was called for too many steps. Crucial turnover here for MCU. And if CEU could convert in this offensive sequence, they could see the game slipping away from their hands. And that was last touch. And let's see. We have a review on that last play. Who touched it last? Again, binabati po natin lahat, no? Mga Manila Goal referees are officials here. Inasal Republic, Tatak Ilonggo, Risk Cartel, and our founder, Congressman Arjo Atayde, our Commissioner Gab Atayde. Sa lahat-lahat po ng bumubuo ng Mqaa-Icbl, kasama po natin sa production si Sir Paul Piñon, laging nagpapakita ng ating stream, ating coverage. CEU will retain possession with 1:18 left here in overtime. They have a 5-point lead, 88 to 83. And if they convert here, you can safely say that they can get and take home that win number 1 in this tournament. And let's see. Kurt Nokyao, the man of the hour for CEU, 24 points, drilling big shots after big shots. Play continues, Balangin splitting the defense. Mateo slowing things down, goes to the left, up and under, he won't score. Baluyot skying high for the rebound. Madali ang MCU. Baluyot kicking it out. MJ Hoson, corner 3, no go. And Nokyao, Baluyot skying high again, block. Hoson, 3-point shot, too strong. And Nokyao rather. And Balangin will travel with 43.9 seconds left in overtime. Again, the door of opportunity open for MCU. Nick Baluyot will check out. Quick play underneath. Reverse won't go for Perhis. Last touch, MCU. 5-point game. And CEU wants to make sure that they get this one in the bag. They call a timeout. They lead 88-83. .2 seconds remaining in overtime. Lamang po ng 5 ang CEU laban sa MCU 83-83. And the CEU will have a chance to seal this ball game if they convert. What a ball game that we have. MCU, credits to them, clawing back from 16 down, forcing overtime. Baseline drive, floater, no go. And let's see. Proper bench decorum, technical foul called for MCU, and if Romel Paranas can sink this, stretch the lead of MCEU to 7 points, they take this one home with 26.9 seconds, 6-point lead. Still, the door of opportunity is open. 2-3 lamang ito to force double overtime. 26.9 remaining. MJ Hoson, gallant effort. Baluyot. Hoson wanting to take the 3 but elected for a quick 2. Quick foul here. Referee's not calling it. And again, Sean General, Hoson corner with 6 seconds, no go. Bola babalik sa MCU, 2.7 seconds remaining. 4-point game. Barring any miracle, this one is in the bag for CEU Malolos. And this will be it. 89-85 is our final count. In overtime, CEU getting win number 1 against MCU, 89-85. And we'll be back for the Inasal Republic Best Player of the Game. CU Malolos getting their first win against MCU 89-85 and our Inasal best player, Inasal Republic best player is with Cheska Borin.
And now for the Innocent Republic Best Player of the Game, we have here Kurt Mqaa from CEU. Kurt, napakaganda ng pinakita nyo kanina. So what can you say now that you finally have your team has finally had its own win? First win nyo.
Masaya po kasi first of all po, number 1 po yung team na tinalo namin, wala pa pong talo. Yun po, masaya po kami.
Kanina, what do you think was the reason kung bakit kayo yung nakapag-bag ng win na to?
Sinunod lang namin yung sistema ni coach na read and react, lahat kayang gumawa, lahat kayang umiscore, yun lang. Sinunod lang namin yung ni coach.
And lastly, is there anyone you would like to give a shout out to or message to?
Shoutout po sa mga magulang ko, kay Max Nokiao, kay Zenin Nokiao, sa girlfriend ko po, kay Nicole Vasquez, kay coach po na hindi po sumusuko sa amin, sa mga teammates ko po, yun na po.
Thank you, Kurt, and that is all for now. Back to you, Chris.
Thank you very much, Cheska Botin, with our best player of the ball game, Kurt Mqaa. And let's see the full game highlights of this exciting one. Went into overtime. Sabi nga ni Kurt Mqaa, lahat pwedeng umiscore, lahat pwedeng maging threat. At yun na nga ang ginawa ng CEU. Under his shoulders, Kurt Mqaa leading the way with 24 points. Pero talagang tulong-tulong na effort ang ginawa ng CEU Malolos to get win number 1 against the leader of this tournament, MCU Supremos. Pure hustle, pure effort. But let's not discount also the effort shown by MCU coming back from 16 down at the late stretches of the fourth quarter to force overtime. Likes of MJ Hoson carrying the team late in that fourth quarter run, but Kurt Mqaa really was just too much for today, scoring points, getting CEU Malolos its first win against the league leader MCU 89-85. But para po sa ngalan ng mga bumubuo, men and women behind the Mqaa-Icbl, this is Coach Chris King de la Cruz. See you at the venue.